Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Loki, which just released, I guess, earlier today in the morning. I was able to watch it, in the morning before going to work, and I was able to get out early, so now I'm here to talk about it. I actually rewatched it here just to make sure I have it fresh in my mind, and there's a lot to talk about. I mean, obviously, we first start, with Loki, with the events. I think this is really like cut footage from the Avengers. I mean, literally from Endgame, right? With the exception of one new extra little scene where Loki's like saying goodbye to Hulk. But like obviously, they have to play that way they know where this takes place. So I guess technically, I mean, I can't really say that like where Loki lands is like the past because for him, it's really just. I don't know what you would say about the time variant place, like the what is it, TMI? I'm already losing the name. I should probably done some notes. But so obviously, he lands somewhere unknown, and he's talking to these people, and out of nowhere, the agents come in and they arrest him, right? Because obviously he's a variant in the timeline. He's not supposed to be there. So obviously they take him to the TMI. I should probably research this before I do this. Hold on. TVA, Time Variant Agency. Okay, so obviously he's taking there, and then they give him the whole orientation about what the place is. It's not just for him, but it's for us. There's a lot of good, funny DNV kind of jokes, I guess you would say. You have to take your ticket, even though like there might not be anyone there. There's the whole thing about the sign this please or whatever, for everything you've ever said. So like, I guess does he have to sign like all he's ever said up to that point? Because obviously he's talked so much more in the rest of the episode, but obviously that's the case. But anyways, we start things off. Once he kind of goes into this room, and then they have him. So he's either pledging guilty, innocent. I mean, if anything, he's really technically innocent because I mean he didn't know he was going to end up there. The Tesseract is supposed to technically send you to a different place to teleport, but obviously he's never supposed to teleport, so I guess that's why they stepped in. But in that case, doesn't that affect the Avengers, like when they went back in time? Well, I guess technically if they're in the main timeline, it's supposed to happen, like they're supposed to go back in time and everything. But I mean, hey, if anything, I know this is all made up now just to make a new interesting story, but I know they found a way to tie it in. So obviously he's there, he obviously, I mean, in the end, he pledges guilty of like, okay, I remember now. He pledges guilty because he was about to fight back, but of course his powers are rendered useless there. But of course, Owen Wilson's character, my bad, I'm still learning the names. He kind of takes him up. He's going to interrogate him, and they kind of have this back and forth, about Loki, what he's done. He shows him a little bit of, like, are you sure? He asks him, do you like hurting people? And he kind of like, talks back, like he kind of avoids the answer, right? He's like, yes, I do, of course. And so then he shows him all the things he's done, and then eventually he shows him what he's going to do, which he shows him killing his mother practically, and that kind of like is what Loki kind of like stays with. He's like, oh wait, what? And so after a little bit, they get talking, we get to learn more about what's going on, and then he gets interrupted, so they have to step out of the room, and then that's when Loki takes the opportunity to kind of like escape, right? And he's like walking around looking, he's gonna look for the Tesseract because that's like obviously the best way to escape since you can teleport with it. But he interrogates this guy who we met earlier, who I guess we learned that he's always been here because he mentions like, oh, I'm gonna cut you like a fish, and he's like, what the heck is a fish? And at first I was like, wait, what? Yeah, like how does he not know that? But I guess he was there his whole life. But technically, I mean, do fish exist all over the universe? I mean, how would he know? Like I don't know, whatever. But like, how does even Loki know what a fish is? Are there fishes in his home planet? Whatever. And so he picks up the Tesseract, but then when he opens the drawer to pick it up, he sees that there's just a whole bunch of Infinity Stones there just lying around. And it's like, and that's, when Loki's like, wait. You have Infinity Stones here? And it's like, yeah, we just use them as paperweight. And it's like, it just shows just how, like, on top of everything the TVA is. Because technically, nothing is more powerful than time. Like, you can fix anything with time. Anything bad happens, go back in time and fix it, or change something. Time is the master of everything, because time can never be stopped. I mean, even if you stop time, technically all you're doing is going, like you're slowing down time. You can never stop time because it's always moving. So it's crazy that like they have so much power that they could just say, yeah, the Infinity Stones are, they don't work. And at first I thought, like, well, what does he use the Reality Stone to kind of like either change his reality or the Time Stone, because he picks up the Time Stone and to go back in time or whatever. But I guess there nothing works, because remember, his magic doesn't work. So he kind of like just stands there like, wow, like these guys really are like on top. Like this is the ultimate power in the universe. And I mean, practically, I mean, could the TVA stop Thanos? That's what I was thinking. Like, could they stop Thanos? I'm pretty sure they can. So then Loki goes back, he's kind of like, he goes back to kind of like rewatch what he's done in his life, and then, well, specifically to when he killed his mother, and like he's like, really, I did this, and then he did what I want him to do. I wanted them to show him the future, but then he starts seeing the future of him, saying goodbye to his father, who he finally learns, he actually did always love them. He sees him bonding with Loki, with Thor in Ragnarok. And then he eventually sees what I was hoping he was seeing was when he died against Thanos, which, it's cool how, he saw everything. He was happy when he was seeing him and with his family, but then he was really mad that, when he died with Thanos, because obviously the guy he was working for ended up killing him in the end. And then I liked how it was like end of file, like obviously end of life. That's it. That's his life. So I guess now it's confirmed that Loki dies there, like legit dies. Like it's not another illusion. It's not an illusion. He dies unless they do some weird thing later on. So he's like, okay, fine. Like I don't like hurting people. I just, this is who I am, to just seem stronger so I don't look like a fool, right? Because he's still young, right? So how is he gonna really like make people do what he wants if he doesn't act scary, right? That's pretty much how everything is with whatever, right? Even if you're a good person, you have to get tough, right, for people to listen to you, right? Even if you're like, as good as Spider-Man, as good as Captain America, you have to do a little bit of evil just to get people's attention, or not evil, but like a little bit of tough, like assert yourself, right? So in the end, I mean, they kind of like, are open with each other, and that's when he finally tells them that the person they were looking for some reason, I don't know how, they'll probably explain it in the next episode, but it's him. So I'm thinking that it's either an alternate Loki that like didn't kind of sit down and think about his life and kind of kept going, and he's using the abilities of the TVA to kind of like forge his own destiny, I guess. That'd be kind of cool, like an evil Loki. Don't know how they're gonna do that. Don't know who else they're gonna introduce, but I mean, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, it's obviously the first episode, so this is really just introduction to what the TVA is and how it's gonna center around Loki. But I'm definitely very excited. It looks like this is gonna be every Wednesday rather than every Friday, so that's pretty cool. Don't know if that's just not to, because they already have so many shows that I think either premiere on Friday, or, I mean, for example, The Bad Batch premieres on Friday, so I think it's a good move. That way there's not two shows that people have to watch. I mean, imagine me making 2 reviews every episode, every week. I mean, I don't mind. Like I said, I would legit not record anything else just for those 2. But so Loki is on Wednesday, so expect reviews on that day, and then Bad Batch is on Friday. So, and then I guess trailers in between. But I'm definitely excited for Loki. This one's going to be another cool, mysterious one. It's weird to compare them because Falcon and the Winter Soldier was definitely very cool, but I'm more into kind of like magic and superpowers. That's why I was very interested in WandaVision, and I'm very interested in Loki. Because to me, I mean, the Captain America films were okay, but they were so down to earth because nobody had powers, whatever. It was just another action movie. So that's what Falcon and the Winter Soldier felt like to me, just another action show, right? And I love action, sure, but I'm more about like superpowers and cool effects and all this stuff. So I think I'm really gonna like Loki. I think if I have to rate them, and I know this is the first episode, but it has to be obviously WandaVision because it's all finished and I love it. WandaVision, Loki, and then Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But I think Loki's gonna pass WandaVision because WandaVision was a little bit slow. I mean, it was a good mystery, but and speaking of that, I'm gonna do a synopsis on those 2 episodes, so I might do that maybe tomorrow or the day after, since I am I get the day off, so I might talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As well as WandaVision, kind of like a synopsis. Hopefully, just to get everything ready. Don't know if we'll get trailers for anything else. I mean, I know what else are we waiting for? Black Widow, right? Black Widow. Maybe I'll do a review on that, but because I'm definitely gonna watch it here with my friends. I can just buy it. I don't know if we're gonna go to the theaters, but hey, we'll see. But with that being said, I think that's everything for the first episode and what I really think about the episode overall, the show, what I'm gonna be doing from here on out. So definitely super excited. So yeah, if you want to, don't want to miss my reviews for Loki or for anything else, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm always going to try to post. Right now, I'm just making sure that I only really react to what I really enjoy. I first thought about reacting to just any new trailer that went in, but I'll probably like watch a trailer. If I really enjoy the trailer, I'll post it. But if not, whatever. But hey, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe so you don't miss out on anything else that I upload. And until next time, bye.